What's up, guys? Got another training session video today. Gonna start off with some clean work. Gonna do a hang clean plus a clean. After that, gonna go on to deadlifts. Gonna hit a top set of 4, a giant set of 10 with the same weight on the deadlifts. Then I'm moving on to pinch press. Gonna hit a top set of 5, followed by a giant set with the same weight for 15 reps. And then to finish it off, I'm gonna do some step ups. So probably just do that with the bar on my back. I don't really have a specific topic that I want to talk about today, so I'm just gonna go through some comments and answer some questions in there. So that's the plan for the day. Let's get to it. All right, gonna hit 150 here, see how it goes. Maybe if it goes well, I'll go up for 160 or 155. I always forget about my belt. I just put my belt on for this rep. I should have done it for the set before, but whatever. I got 155 in me, maybe 160. All right, going for 162 vertical camera, because I'm going to put it on Instagram. All right, here's a really good comment that I like. The lock non-zero. I also tend to think there's a ton of bullshit in the sports strength and conditioning scene. If your athlete can't squat twice their body weight, then why are you having them do a medley of goofy unilateral and stability exercises for their lower body and just having them, instead of just building the squat? Yeah, exactly. I mean, these people, these kids who are, let's just say they're like high school or even college kids that aren't very strong, they're weak, they can't squat very much, they probably can't even squat 225 for a set of 5, they're weak. Doing all this extra, I mean, I'm assuming this is kind of referring to my last video titled Power is Plane Specific, when I talked about power is not plane specific. But having athletes do all these goofy like cable rotation, pull through, step through stuff, all of this kind of shit, pinball, club head kind of shit, rotational shoulder stability shit. When the goal of training is to provide a stimulus to the organism to get stronger, to get faster, to become more robust, become a more adaptable human being, a more adaptable athlete, that kind of shit is just not going to get the job done. Like, these kids can't even access high threshold motor units. The best way to do that besides sprinting and plyos is get fucking strong, lift heavy shit, deadlift, squat, make them grind through heavy reps. I've said it before, the argument that these people use for doing all that like cable step through one leg bullshit is always some sort of dynamic correspondence argument. Like, they always want to say that this exercise, the cable pull through with one arm and T-spine rotation extend, it always follows a dynamic correspondence argument that this exercise is more closely related. The movement is more closely related to the movement in sports, even though it's not necessarily. Oh my, Sorry, my daughter's stroller just kind of started rolling away, so I had to go get that. But yeah, this argument that they make is always that this exercise or this movement in training is like more closely related to the movement in sports, therefore it's gonna make a better transfer. But dude, who's gonna be more prepared for like the actual demands of the sport? The person that's strong, the person that can withstand stress, the person that can produce higher outputs. I just don't get it, man. I do get it, it's just a terrible argument. So like the comment responding to that comment is, we want to create an overall powerful athlete. Lifting with a barbell is just way more efficient. Exactly, lift with a barbell, sprint fast, jump high, jump far. I think most of the fluff that you see in like high level sports performance, I'm not talking about professional, because professional, I kind of get it, like they're professionals, why do they need to listen to you? You're kind of just gonna do what they want to do. But like even the stuff that exists within the college sector, like Division I, FCS type schools, Elon Performance is a great example of it. It's almost like it's just entertainment. You're kind of, as a strength and conditioning coach, if you're avoiding lifting heavy, if you're avoiding the basic barbell movements, in a way you're kind of conceding the purpose and the validation of your own job. Your job as a strength and conditioning coach, you need to strengthen your athletes, you need to condition your athletes, you need to choose exercises and methods that's going to raise the ceiling of these various physical qualities, physiological qualities. Doing like shoulder stability exercises with like a bottoms up kettlebell press or whatever, like shoulder strength is synonymous with shoulder stability. A strong shoulder is going to be a stable shoulder. Just because you can demonstrate shoulder stability in like a bottoms up kettlebell press, that doesn't mean that you can actually, you can demonstrate shoulder stability like as a defensive lineman trying to fight through a double team on the offensive line. Kind of maddening, to be honest. But I'm going to get into the deadlifts. I'll probably talk to you guys between then. I'll find another comment that I like. All right, top set here at 635, top set of 4 here, followed by a giant set of 10 reps at the same weight. I got the camera vertical again, so I'm gonna put this up on Instagram, then I'll go back to the horizontal view. So this kind of same thread of comments that I was just talking about. However, what do you think about sports where strength clearly isn't very important, like tennis, soccer, basketball, etc.? As long as they aren't just pathetically weak, I feel like those athletes can probably do whatever they want for their strength work. And yeah, I agree with that, but if you can do whatever you want for strength work, then barbells still is the most efficient way to get stronger. People will push back on that because they'll use some sort of like risk to reward ratio to push back on that. But then again, if you use that argument, then you're conceding that strength training with barbells has a high risk of injury, which it clearly doesn't, especially if you're doing things with an appropriate load, with supervision, with spotters, with the appropriate like safety precautions in place, or if you know what you're doing. So that would be my answer to that. But like, and I can see that getting stronger doesn't directly improve your performance in your sport, whatever that sport is. I say it indirectly improves your performance. But that's where these people, when they use these other methods, aside from like back squatting and deadlifting and RDLs and just like basic strength training, they'll use the dynamic corresponding argument. So then they're not conceding that strength training can directly improve your performance on your sport. They actually are making the argument that strength training, in their specific way, they're acting like a charlatan. Actually, they're the actual charlatans. Training their specific way, not with barbells, will directly improve your sports performance, which is not true. That's something that I concede off the bat. You strength train because it's good for you. You strength train because it's the best way to build muscle. You strength train because it's the best way to get stronger. You strength train because it makes your skeleton stronger. You strength train because when you add more muscle and you get stronger, you can regulate your hormones better. You can regulate your blood sugar better. Benefits of strength training go beyond just improving your sports performance. You have to get out of the framework of, I'm going to use training to get better at my sports. Get out of that framework and all of this stuff becomes so much simpler, so much easier to digest. Like most strength and conditioning coaches that are in the college sector would agree with my take that says you don't strength train to get better at your sport. Okay, most people from a blanket statement would agree with that. But then the people that choose to opt out of doing like barbell work and do these like goofy unilateral stability balance type shit, they're going to make the case that that stuff does improve your performance in your sport, and that's why they do that instead of the barbell. So then they're kind of talking out of two sides of their mouth. Arguments that they're making are an inherent contradiction that they just don't understand. They don't see it. It's my giant set now. I got 10 reps, going to do it as fast as I can. Last time I used, I think, the same weight, and I got like just about 5.5 minutes or something. I don't know. We'll see how fast I can get it done. That's 3. One more. 9. 7. All right, gonna do my top set of bench at 285. I could do more for a set of 5, but I could do my giant set at the same weight for 15 reps. I don't think I can go much heavier than this. I don't know if I can even do this, but it might be a grinder to get through that giant set. That's what I'm gonna do here. And I have more thoughts on the same topic I was just talking about during the deadlift, or before the deadlift, I guess. So all of these different collegiate programs and collegiate strength and conditioning coaches that opt out of doing like the basic hard shit, like hard heavy sets of squats, hard heavy sets of deads, hard heavy sets of RDLs and pull-ups and cleans and snatches. I would have less of a problem with them if they just kind of admitted that the way that they train their athletes is for their own and for their athletes' source of entertainment. I'll admit, for me, training is mostly entertainment. It is a hobby for me. Obviously, I do it because I want to be healthy. It's good for you. There's health benefits of all of it. But when it comes down to it, I spend an hour a day, sometimes a little bit more if I have some extra time. I spend that time because it's a good hobby to have. I enjoy it. It makes me feel good. It's fun. I like finding different ways to do exercises. I like finding different ways to hit PRs. I like finding different ways to challenge myself physically. And strength training is just like a really simple, practical way of doing that stuff. So all these other collegiate programs that are doing things like bottoms-up kettlebell presses in the name of shoulder stability, when obviously just doing a barbell overhead press with more weight is going to improve shoulder stability than a bottoms-up kettlebell press would. If they were just to admit that, yeah, this is entertainment, I'm working at a higher level of athlete, we all concede that strength training isn't going to directly improve someone's performance in their sport. I'm conceding all of that, therefore I'm going to do something that these athletes enjoy and that they can better adhere to because it's more enjoyable for them compared to grinding out a heavy set of 5 on back squats. I would respect that answer more, but instead they turned their program into it's a meme. It's a literal meme. Drew McDuffie, that guy, I don't know the guy, so I don't want to talk bad about him, but go to his Instagram page. That shit is a meme. Elon Performance, that shit is a meme. That's the type of shit that I make fun of. That's the type of shit that a lot of really high quality strength and conditioning coaches make fun of because it doesn't apply any stress to the body that's going to make the body produce any sort of adaptation. It's a joke. Giant set of 15 here. All right, I'm just gonna do lunges instead of step ups. I don't want to stack up my plates right now. I'm getting kind of lazy. I'll just do lunges right here. I don't have to set anything up. But yeah, no, I'm 31 years old. I'm past my athletic peak. I have enough. I have the requisite amount of strength, the requisite amount of muscle mass to be a healthy individual. My aerobic fitness is at a requisite level to be healthy. So training for me is entertainment at this point, and I'll concede that. That's why I do so much funky, weird stuff. That's why I do so many things that wouldn't be according to the book, but I just do it because it's fun and it's a good challenge. And I just like pushing myself in that way. That's kind of what a lot of my platform is. It's to like Ryan Patterson, if you know Ryan Patterson, he's a great follow on Instagram. He always says training is fun. Much of my platform is to kind of push that agenda, push that message that training doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be something that you have to do. It's some sort of box that you have to check 3 times a week. It should be fun. You should enjoy it. I'm gonna do my lunges, then I'm gonna get out of here. That's good enough. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, guys.